Mr. Alan Uckman, the chief market strategist at St. Paul Research. There he is, ready to trade some Chinese stocks. Which one this morning appeals to you, Alan?
JD.com. You can see that the China sector has slowed a little bit. So what we're looking at here is, again, my stock substitution strategy. But I want to back up for a second. I want to give you a 3, 2, 1.
Okay,
right
go.
Right now we've got tech 3% from its all-time top. The Dow is 2%, and now we've got the S&P 1%. So it looks like we're set for a takeoff, and we'll see if we can get new highs by the 4th of July. But I love the way the market's set up, and I love the way that the markets have reacted on sell-offs. So what I'm looking at here is a snapback play as well. This is a stock that came all the way back to last summer's breakout. So if we look at the chart here on JD.com, it's 30% off its highs. It's dropped from 105 to 65. It's found the base level. We're leaning on that. So what I'm looking at here is the August 70 call. It's got about 80 days and a 75 delta.
Okay. So, Alan, you're looking at the China stocks, though. It's up 3.5% here today. It's been bouncing off earnings. I know you gave us the 3, 2, 1. That was the U.S. market, I believe. This one's been down for 1, 2, 3 months straight. So this is a real bounce back. You're not betting on trend here. You're betting on reversal.
Need a nice bottom base. What I'm seeing a lot right now is the strength in the sentiment. We're seeing the smart money building bullish positions here. And that's one of the indicators that I use to look for a bottom. And again, you're leaning on a key level. If you look at that 65, that's where this broke out last summer. And it was up, up and away. Now, China has stalled. And from a risk reward, it's a better setup than we're seeing a lot of plays here in the States where we're, again, hovering around those all-time highs. So, globally, it's not just been us. It's been all the markets around the world have been strong, and look for a little bit of catch-up out of those Chinese stocks that kind of lost some of their luster. Again, it's risk reward. It's an August play. It's got almost 3 months of full time. It's in the money. Again, it's a 70 call. I think we're trading at 77, 78. So it's $7 or $8 in the money. It'll act like the stock. And you look for some money flow movement, and I think you'll see some more movement into some of those Chinese stocks that have been depressed.
Alan, if we can get the China stocks to turn around, then can we get our own growth stocks that have been beaten up to turn around? And by the way, the turnaround this morning has gone negative, down about almost 0.5% now in the Qs after being up. So we just took a little bit of a dive there. Do you think that we can look at China stocks and think about what it might mean here for the beaten down U.S. growth that is still 20, 30% off those highs? It looks a lot similar to China stocks than it does the NASDAQ.
Here, I put them in the same kind of basket. We talked last week. What was our trade last week? It was Twitter. Twitter almost took our 50% target right away. You find some of these stocks, they're bad enough to buy in this environment. Obviously, we're in a bull market, and they're going to have some sort of correlation. At some point, they're going to have some value, and that's what I'm looking at. So, again, it's about solid risk reward, finding some stocks that maybe haven't been as shiny and new, and looking for them to come back. We've seen this time and time again. That's why I did my 3, 2, 1, because, again, it's hard for a lot of people to realize that tech is only 3% off the all-time top. A lot worse than that, but mathematically, it's really not.
Alan, what do you make of a morning dump here? It seemed like all that futures activity was an opportunity to sell. We keep getting volatility about 13,700. What's the deal here? We can't get through to 13.8?
Halfway point of this break, we've been between 13,000 and 14,000 in the Nasdaq for almost 2 months now. So a breakout above that 14,000 sends us at 15. So I'm still a big believer. Sometimes people are selling into strength, and that's what I see right now. But get back to me by the end of the day.
Okay, that sounds good, Alan. We will do that, or we'll talk with you very soon. As always. Appreciate it. Thanks for the trade, Alan. Getting along, JD.com. Looking for a base off those earnings and strength that has been showing up and is very much beating the U.S. tank today as we did turn red for the NASDAQ. When we come back, let's talk some dividend stocks. We just went through an earnings season where there are a lot of expectations that got beat, but who's able to drive up the dividend, not just maintain it? Be right back.